जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 80, Sudama visits Lord Krishna. Verse number 18 onwards. 18 to 28. So we will recite verse number 28. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kulan Bhavata Labdha Dakshinat Samavrittena Dharma Jnana Samavrittena Dharma Jnana Bharyodha Sadrishi Nava. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kulan Bhavata Labdha Dakshina Samavrittena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadrishi Nava. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kulan Bhavata Labdha Dakshina Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadrishi Nava. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kula Bhavata Labdha Dakshina Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadrishi Nava. Shri Api Brahman Guru Kula Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadarshi Nava. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kula Bhavata Labdha Dakshina Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadarshi Nava. Mataji. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Api Brahman Guru Kula Bhavata Labdha Dakshina Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadarshi Nava. Anuvacha Api Brahman Guru Kula Labda Dakshina Mavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadarshi Nava Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Api Brahman Gurukula Bhavata Labda Dakshina Samavritena Dharmagya Bharyodha Sadarshi Nava Shri Bhagwan Uvacha. The Supreme Lord said, Api, whether Brahman, O Brahmana, Gurukula, from the spiritual master school, Bhavata, by your good self, Labda, having received, Dakshina, remuneration, Samavritena, returned, Dharma, of religious principles, Gya, O knower, Bharya, a wife, Udha, married, Sadarshi, suitable, Na, not, Va, or. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Supreme Lord said, My dear Brahmana, you know well the ways of Dharma. After you offered the gift of remuneration to our Guru and returned home from his school, did you marry a compatible wife or not? Purport. Among civilized human beings, the question of ashram or spiritual order is significant. In other words, every human being must execute prescribed duties as a celibate student, a married man or woman, a retired person, or a renunciant. Since Lord Krishna could see that the Brahmana was poorly dressed, he inquired if his friend had been properly married and was executing the duties of household life. Since he was not dressed as a renunciant, he would be without a suitable ashram unless he were properly married. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we have a couple of verses without purport. We'll read one by one, starting from verse number 18 of this chapter. Verse 18. At that time, Lord Achyuta was seated on his consort's bed. Spotting the Brahmana at some distance, The Lord immediately stood up, went forward to meet him, and with great pleasure embraced him. So we are discussing this chapter where Lord Krishna's friend Sudama, he comes to Dwarka to see him. Even though he has been pushed by his wife to see Dwarkadish, the wife was thinking that being a friend, Dwarkadish is so opulent, he will help his friend Sudama, who is very poor. So poor that they don't have proper clothes to wear and they don't have food to eat. Sudama has become so skinny, his veins are visible, his clothes are torn, wife has become so skinny, the children are so much shivering in hunger, they cannot stand such a condition. So that children and husband eat, the wife is very concerned. So she tells Sudama, go and ask Dwarkadish. He is Lakshmi Pati. He is husband of goddess of fortune. He will definitely give you something. But Sudama says, no, I will not ask him. Anya abhilashita shunyam. A devotee, a pure devotee is one who doesn't ask anything from Krishna. That's the highest standard of bhakti. So Sudama said, I will not go and ask. So their wife said, okay, don't go and ask. Just go and take darshan. Don't ask, just take darshan. Since many days you have not seen him. Sudama gets attracted to this idea that I can go and see Krishna. I have not seen him since many days. I can go for Dwarka Yatra. Yatra is always attractive to devotees. But then he said, how can I go empty hand? When you go to see Krishna, you come with some offering. Like even here, so many visitors are coming and devotees are coming. You see, generally they make some offering, patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, some flower, some fruit, or some Lakshmi, their prayers, their obeisances, their love and affection. Some offering we should make to Krishna. That is an exchange of love. So she arranges some chip rice, hard, uncooked. She said, go, give this to Dwarkadish. She is thinking that Dwarkadish, even if Sudama does not ask, he will give something, seeing his condition. And my children will eat. So Sudama comes, and there in the palace of Dwarkadish, there is no I-card required for Brahmanas. They can come and meet him. No appointment required, no security clearance required, no identity card required. They can come and meet him. Free. So there are many Brahmanas, local Brahmanas also come. So Sudama is in the group of Brahmanas. And Dwarkadish is sitting on the bed of Rukmini Devi, Mother Rukmini Devi. And he sees from the room, he sees so many Brahmanas and he identifies Sudama, the childhood friend. They were in Gurukul, in school, in Ujjain. Now they are grown up. Now Krishna is not just the boy of Mathura who went to Ujjain. Now Krishna is Dwarkadish. Is a king of Dwaraka having 16,108 wives. And after many years, he still identifies Sudama. And my friend has come. My Sakha has come. Not only identifies, he jumps from the bed of Rukmini Devi, goes outside the room and embraces Sudama and feels joy, feels ecstasy. This is Krishna who never forgets us. Unfortunately, we have forgotten Krishna. Krishna is in our heart as our Suhard, well-wisher, as our best friend, Paramatma, super soul. But we have forgotten our friend and we are very busy with some friends outside. And those friends outside are so less. So we want to go to Facebook and have 5,000 more friends. And that 5,000 is less. We want more. But the best friend, the real friend, the true friend, we have forgotten. This is a great misfortune. By coming to ISKCON and Radha-Rasbihari Mandir, we are getting one important opportunity to revive our relationship with our true friend Krishna. And we should do that. And we see Krishna reciprocates in such a way that our love for him keeps on increasing. So he has not forgotten his school friend Sudama. He gets up from the bed of Rukmini and goes and embraces Sudama. There are so many other Brahmanas and there are so many other devotees. But Sudama is special. He goes and embraces him and he feels joy in embracing his friend. So even small service done to Krishna years back will not be forgotten. Krishna will always maintain that love and affection for us. So sometimes we may have a failure in practicing certain principles of bhakti. No problem. Tomorrow when the sun rises in the morning, Krishna gives one more day, one more chance, second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, million chance. He gives on one more chance that okay, yesterday you didn't do, today you do. So every day is an opportunity to go to Krishna, to connect to Krishna, to revive our relationship with Krishna. Next one. The lotus-eyed Supreme Lord felt intense ecstasy upon touching the body of his dear friend, the wise Brahmana, and thus he shed tears of love. So we see the love and affection. Externally, if you see, Dwarkadish is wearing royal dress and Sudama is wearing torn dhoti. Dwarkadish is well fed by 16,108 queens and Sudama is fasting and shivering. Sudama has not eaten since many days. So he has become very thin, very skinny. His veins are visible. He is shabby, unkept. And Dwarkadish is perfect. And Sudama has an offering for Dwarkadish. And even though he is hungry, he has not eaten that offering. Anybody has food in his hand and is hungry, he will eat. But he has not eaten. He didn't thought, okay, let me offer mentally and eat. Anyway, I have to offer to Dwarkadish. So mentally I offer and eat. No, he waited for making an offering of love personally. So Krishna embraced him and Krishna had tears of love from his eyes. Lotus-eyed Lord. the beautiful personality of Godhead. Next. Lord Krishna seated his friend Sudama upon the bed. Then the Lord, who purifies the whole world, personally offered him various tokens of respect and washed his feet, O king, after which he sprinkled the water on his own head. He anointed him with divinely fragrant sandalwood, aguru, and kumkum paste, and happily worshipped him with aromatic incense and arrays of lamps. After finally offering him betel nut and the gift of a cow, he welcomed him with pleasing words. So it is said, when the guest comes to the house, at least 4 things should be offered: a place to sit, something to eat, something to drink, and some pleasing words. If somebody is so poor, he cannot offer food to eat, at least he should offer water to drink. If somebody doesn't even has water, at least he should offer a seat. If somebody is so poor he doesn't even has a seat to offer, at least he should offer polite, kind words. That nobody can say, I don't have. So even an enemy who comes as a guest should be offered respect. That is Vedic culture. So here, when Sudama as a friend comes, Krishna treats him as a friend as well as a Brahmana who has come visiting him. So he makes Sudama sit on the same bed which he and Rukmini Devi uses. And then he washes the feet of Sudama and takes the Charnamrit on his head and sprinkles the Charnamrit on the heads of his wife and other palace residents. He offers him foodstuff. He offers him arati with incense stick and lamp. He offers him chandan, sandalwood, and aguru and kumkum, aromatic substances. He offers him flowers and flower garland. He offers him worshipable paraphernalia. He gives him a gomata. So that includes, he offers him clothes and other things. On the bed of Rukmini. That is how Krishna is worshipping his own devotee. And is teaching us how we should worship Krishna's devotee. When we worship the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then Krishna is more pleased than when we worship him directly. Krishna tells Arjuna in Padma Puran that, my dear Arjuna, one who claims to be my devotee is not my devotee. One who is devotee of my devotee is my real devotee. So a Brahmana, Vaishnava guest in the house should be worshipped as if Krishna has come in the house. Next. By fanning him with her chamara, the divine goddess of fortune personally served that poor Brahmana whose clothing was torn and dirty and who was so thin that veins were visible all over his body. So till now there was no food in his house. But today Lakshmi Devi, who is source of all food, is personally offering chamar fan to Sudama. And he is sitting on the bed of Lakshmi Devi. That is the glory of a devotee, that Lakshmi is ready to serve him, but still he is not asking for any material benefit. When Prahlad Maharaj came face to Narsingadev, after Lord Narsingadev killed Hiranyakashipu, being pleased, Lord Narsingadev told Prahlad, ask me some benediction. I want to offer you some vardhan. Prahlad Maharaj folded his hand. He said, "My dear Lord, I am not doing a business transaction with you that I offer service and you offer some remuneration. I don't want anything. The husband of Lakshmi is in front of you and you don't ask anything." That is a devotee without any material ambition, without any selfish desires. And such a devotee is rare. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So Sudama is like that. Lakshmi Devi is offering a charmer fan. But you will read the whole chapter, not a single time Sudama expressed that he is in poverty, he doesn't have anything to eat, or he is come to ask something for his wife and children. He is not telling Dwarkadish, "Look, I don't want anything for myself. I can continue fasting, but mere bacche, my kids, please give some food for them." No, Sudama never asked. So Lakshmi Devi is offering charmer to Sudama. The people in the royal palace were astonished to see Krishna, the Lord of spotless glory, so lovingly honor this shabbily dressed Brahmana. Now those who are in the audience, they don't know Sudama is friend of Krishna. They are just seeing a poor Brahmana with shabby dress, torn dress, dirty body, skinny, veins are visible. So they think, what is happening here? Why is the Dwarkadish, among all the Brahmanas, one Brahmana he embraces and takes him on his own bed and washes his feet and offers him arati, and Mother Lakshmi, Rukmini Devi is offering charmer? Because general populace is used to judge by dress and by address. Sudama's dress is such that it is difficult to identify him as a pure devotee of Dwarkadish or as a friend of Dwarkadish. It is natural if you meet a person on the street who is like a beggar, not eaten since many days, wearing torn clothes, not shaved, and he says, "I am close friend of Mr. Ambani," we will doubt. We said, how friend of Ambani can't be like this? So friend of Dwarkadish can't be like this. But the real mercy of Krishna is not material wealth. The real mercy of Krishna is spiritual advancement, is Krishna prem, is love for Krishna, is detachment, vairagya to material opportunities and sense objects. So the palace residents are astonished to see Krishna embracing a poor Brahmana. The residents of the palace said, "What pious acts has this unkept, impoverished Brahmana performed? People regard him as lowly and contemptible. Yet the spiritual master of the three worlds, the abode of Goddess Shri, is serving him reverently. Leaving the goddess of fortune sitting on her bed, the Lord has embraced this Brahmana as if he were an older brother." So the palace residents are wondering what great bhakti he has done in the past, that today, even though he is dressed like this, Dwarkadish is personally embracing him. Dwarkadish, instead of embracing Mother Rukmini, Lakshmi Devi, sitting beside his side, he has left her and embracing Sudama. Next, Sukadeva Goswami continued, "Taking each other's hands, O king, Krishna and Sudama talked pleasantly about how they once lived together in the school of their guru." So after this, Krishna and Sudama spoke like a very close friends, keeping holding hands together and remembering the memories of how in Ujjain they were studying together. After killing Kamsa in Mathura, Krishna Balram went to Ujjain to the Gurukul of Sandipani Muni, and there for 64 days Krishna got educated as a brahmachari. And during that period, Sudama was also part of the school, part of the Gurukul, and they became close friends. And now after so many years they are meeting. So whatever days they were together, whatever activities they did, they played together, they served the Guru together, they went to collect wood together, they went to take care of cows together, they went for Bhiksha together, Madhukari together. So Krishna and Sudama were remembering all those pastimes. Next verse, which we are discussing today. The Supreme Lord said, "My dear Brahmana, you know well the waves of Dharma. After you offered the gift of remuneration to our Guru and returned home from his school, did you marry a compatible wife or not?" So Krishna, seeing his condition, he started inquiring and thinking that my friend is wise Brahmana, he knows Dharma. And Dharma says that either you be a brahmachari, or you be a grahastha, or you be a vanaprasth, or you be a sannyasi, 4 ashrams. There is nothing in between. It is adharma to be anything other than this 4. Krishna has given 4 ashrams. So one should be following one of the ashrams. So dharmagya, you know dharma. So because you didn't continue in the Gurukul, which means you didn't continue as a brahmachari, then of course you must have married, because there is nothing in between. This in between, not marrying and not being in brahmachari ashram, doesn't work. It is offense actually. It is adharma. Sometimes today's young boys and girls, they think like that. Even when they practice Krishna consciousness in ISKCON, that why to take responsibility of grahastha ashram, and why to do tapasya of brahmachari ashram? So I will stay alone without marriage and earn and maintain myself and chant my rounds and do bhakti. So I'll have freedom of staying outside brahmachari ashram, but I'll not have tapasya of brahmachari ashram. I will have no responsibility of wife, but I will have freedom to do, freedom to spend money, financial freedom. This is not good. The purpose of human life is self-realization, not sense gratification, not coming in contact with sense objects. And that self-realization can be balanced with sense gratification in grahastha ashram or in brahmachari ashram. Brahmachari ashram is successful when one is under the Guru or one's authority without having financial freedom. If a brahmachari has financial freedom, then it is very challenging. And grahastha ashram is successful when one has suitable spouse and one takes responsibility of the children. Otherwise, grahamedi ashram is challenging. So one should not be in between. There is nothing called in between. It is adharma. The desire to enjoy, when it is intense, it's called lust. Lust means intense desire to enjoy. So if a child has intense desire to eat ice cream, it is called lust for ice cream. If a boy has intense desire for new model of iPhone, it is called lust for iPhone. And if a boy has intense desire to come in contact with girl, that is sexual lust. So lust is there, and this lust needs to be taken care. In Brahmacharya ashram, the lust is taken care by tapasya, by strong morning sadhana, by purifying our heart, and by sweating for Guru and Krishna, by following the scriptures, by living simple life with no connection with opposite gender. And in Grahastha ashram, this lust is taken care by responsible married life, by taking care of children, by engaging physically with wife according to religious principles only for producing Krishna conscious children. So the marriage ashram, the Grahastha ashram is there to protect us from lust. Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, lust is formidable enemy. Enemy number one, Dushman number one. Why? Because of lust, a boy may get attracted to more than one girl, and that is clear confirmation of going to hellish planet. That's illicit. For a male or a female to have more than one partner outside marriage is confirmed ticket for hellish planets. And that is nature of lust. So the only way a boy can be protected from getting attracted to more than one girl is by a suitable wife who will keep the husband satisfied and also make sure he doesn't get attracted to other Mataji. That's how Lord Brahma has made females in a way that they are possessive, they are protective. It may come out as a doubt. If a husband is using phone away from the house, she will doubt, whom are you talking? Let me see your phone. But that doubt is to protect the husband not to talk to any other lady. Otherwise, without that suitable partner, it is easy for male and female to come in contact and perform sinful activities. So lust is formidable enemy, and wife is protecting one from lust. So one who protects you from lust is your friend. So wife is a good friend of the husband who protects the husband from other ladies and fall down, and together they can serve Krishna. So a boy getting married in Grahastha ashram to a suitable wife is healthy to protect from lust. An unmarried boy having no responsibility, away from the restriction of brahmacharya ashram, can get involved illicitly with other ladies, and then the society is in chaos. Without marriage, a boy and girl come in contact with each other, that is unhealthy society. That produces Varna Sankara, that produces children whose character and consciousness is low. And such boy and girl, they may either use contraceptives or either get aborted, do abortion, and both is sinful. So there are lots of teenage abortions going on, and that is sinful, murdering the child in the womb. Continuing to have sexual enjoyment without marriage leads to murders, leads to sinful activity of killing the child. If the child is born, he will end up having bad consciousness. And if a child is killed, the parent will incur, the doctor will incur sinful reaction. So both is dangerous for the society. So brahmachari ashram is there to protect brahmachari, not to do sinful activity, and grihastha ashram is there to protect husband and wife, not to do sinful activity. In between there is no such protection. That's adharma. So Krishna is emphasizing here in this shloka. Krishna passed out from the Gurukul much early than Sudama. Krishna went and passed out in 64 days. The syllabus which was taught to Krishna, generally other boys take 10 to 12 years or 15 years. But same syllabus Krishna learned in 64 days. There were 64 arts. Krishna heard about the art in the morning, he practiced it in the afternoon, and he became expert in the evening. 64 days, 64 arts, syllabus over. So he gave Guru Dakshina to Sandipani Muni and came to Mathura. Sudama didn't do in 64 days, he had to continue few years. So Krishna didn't meet Sudama. So he's asking, I to passed out early. But I am sure after you passed out, first you must have given some Guru Dakshina, which is compulsory. Asking fees is not compulsory. A teacher should not ask fees. If a teacher is asking fees, then he is not Brahmana. Then he is either Vaishya or Shudra. Either he is doing business or he is doing job. But a disciple or a student should give. If I learn something but I don't pay, then that learning will not be of any use to me. So within one's capacity, one should give. Krishna gave Sandipani Muni Guru Dakshina based on what his Guru asked. And his Guru asked that you make my dead boy alive, dead son alive. And Krishna made him alive by going to Yamraj and getting the boy back. So he told Sudama, you must have offered suitable Guru Dakshina, and I hope you must have married to a suitable wife. Suitable, compatible. For a boy and girl, when they marry, there should be suitability and compatibility. Otherwise, it will be hell only. There will be quarrels and fights and nowadays divorces. So if a boy is well trained in Brahmachari ashram and he knows how to respect Matajis, he can be a good husband. And if a girl is well trained by her mother to be a chaste wife, then she can be a good wife. The most important education for a boy child is celibacy. And the most important education for a girl child is chastity. So a boy who has been celibate before marriage and a girl who is chaste, that combination is best. That gives rise to mode of goodness family and mode of goodness children, good character children who can contribute something great to the society. But if there is no celibacy and chastity, then it is hellish life. It's very challenging life. So compatibility, suitability is very important. So that's why they match horoscopes before marriage. So Krishna is asking, hope you married with a suitable wife. But Krishna is also concerned because it doesn't look suitable. He is wearing torn dhoti, he is skinny. After marriage, you see boys before marriage and after marriage. Their clothes will change. The way they dress will change. Their weight sometimes will change. The way they give time to their friends will change. Because before marriage, when the boy and girl happen to meet and like each other, The boy wishes this girl remains like this, doesn't change. And the girl thinks after marriage I will change him. And if the boy doesn't change, it is very difficult life. And if the girl changes, it is very difficult life. So generally, boys are not used to necessarily dress well. It's okay, chalta hai. But after marriage, things change. They don't dress shabbily. They choose proper colors. A boy will choose one pant, one shirt. Not complimenting the color is okay. But after marriage, wife will not allow that मेरे साथ कैसा खड़ा रहेगा, selfie कैसा लेगा. You wear this shirt and this pant. But here Sudama's dress is torn. If the wife is suitable, how did she allow Sudama to come and meet me in a torn dress? Of course, we know the reason. He didn't had any option. But the first glance, that if the wife is suitable, she will not allow husband to walk out of the house with torn dress. So he is asking that you are dharmagya, you know religious principles. I am sure you must have remunerated Guru Dakshina to your Guru, and I am sure you must have married suitable wife, because once you left Gurukul, you should marry. Otherwise you stay in Gurukul, don't come out. Either be brahmachari, or if you come out, you be grahastha. Come out and not marry, that doesn't work. So stay in brahmachari ashram or get married. So dharmagya. So you must have married to suitable wife. Please tell me about your household life. How is everything? He is inquiring. And with this inquiry, Krishna is giving us instruction that we should follow varnashram. Of course, pure devotional service is beyond varnashram. Chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is beyond varnashram. Reading and hearing Bhagavatam is beyond varnashram. But we are not beyond varnashram. The process is beyond varnashram. The chanting is beyond varnashram, but the chanter is not necessarily beyond varnashram. Bhagavatam is beyond varnashram, but the audience and the speaker is not necessarily beyond varnashram. We have to follow regulative principles of varnashram and gradually transcend it. But unless we are transcending, we should follow the principles. Dovetail our sensual desires in Krishna consciousness to serve Krishna and not commit any sinful activities, not commit any adharma, not commit any offense. If I have a bucket which I am filling with water and it has a hole below and I don't close the hole, when will the bucket get full? Never. So if I am doing bhakti and also doing offenses, then there is a hole below and all the mercy will flow away. So not only I have to do positive activities of bhakti, I also have to avoid aparat, avoid offenses, avoid breaking four regulative principles, avoid nam aparad, seva aparad, vaishno aparad. Then only that mercy will stay with me. Otherwise every day mercy is coming, but because of offenses it's flowing away. So growth is very less. So in all activities of life, in all decisions, we should follow dharma. Dharma comes from Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We should read and hear scriptures. We should hear instructions from sadhus, and we should hear the orders of Guru and obey. That is dharma. And that is how we can protect our bhakti and without offenses continue to grow in bhakti. Otherwise we will not grow, we will just be stagnant for millions of years. Especially Nam Aprad we do, Vaishno Aprad we do, and millions of years we keep chanting Hare Krishna, we will not grow. So by coming to ISKCON, we have a good opportunity to learn this knowledge, and we should utilize it by living a life based on principles of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or comments, you may please ask.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, what is the importance of matching horoscope when it comes to devotees? Like when they are getting married, how important it is that they should match the horoscope?
Yeah, Prabhupada writes in third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it is important to match so that compatibility is known. And if boy and girl are compatible, married life can be easier. If they are not compatible, there can be quarrels or there will be no children. And it can be challenging. So of course many ISKCON marriages happened early days without matching horoscope, because forget horoscope, the Western disciples of Prabhupada didn't even knew the date of birth and time of birth. And they were already living together, so Prabhupada made them married. So the concept that Krishna conscious devotees are transcendental and it will work out, that option can also be tried. It can work out. But then when we have information and astrologers, we should take help. It is good to do that. So it's preferable. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we are learning the Krishna consciousness at very early stage, and it is very difficult for us to be Anya Abhilashita Shunyam at this point of time. When we are stuck in a material misery, we call to Krishna that please help me in this way, please help me in that way. So how to differentiate between that stage and this stage, because we have not come up to that mark, and how to not demand anything even if we are suffering, because calling out him in the bad time, that is also required. Like how to segregate, I'm confused in this.
Right. So nobody starts bhakti anya abhilashita without material desires. So at whatever stage of bhakti we are in, so whatever stage of bhakti we are in, we practice on that stage. So if we have something to ask from Krishna, it is not wrong. Just that it is not highest. And we cannot artificially practice higher principles on a lower platform. That will create frustration in us. So there's nothing wrong in asking from Krishna, and we continue to practice our bhakti, and gradually we'll come to a stage where we will not feel like asking. And when we are suffering, a devotee understands that actually I should be suffering more because of my past karma, but by Krishna's mercy I am suffering less. Krishna has reduced the pain and suffering, so the devotee continues to be grateful to Krishna. So there is nothing wrong in asking, just that it is not highest. Okay?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. In fact, Krishna likes if somebody asks. So, if I have to ask, I should ask Krishna. If I don't ask, nice. But if I have to ask, don't ask anybody else. Ask Krishna. If a wife doesn't ask husband, very nice. Do not disturb. But if she wants sari, she should ask husband. She should not go to the neighbor and say, I want sari. Husband will not like it. So don't go to neighbor, go to RadhaRasbihari and ask. Hare Krishna. Next question. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.